In our last conversation, we talked about tomorrow and how it never actually comes, how we keep pushing things forward in our mind, always just one more day away from starting. Today's topic lives right next to that one, because there's something that happens before tomorrow even gets a chance, something quieter, something that actually feels like progress, but it's not. You've been getting ready for something for a long time now. Maybe you've been reading about it, watching videos about it, taking notes, building playlists, buying things you'll need when you finally start. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you know you haven't actually started yet, you're just avoiding it. But it doesn't feel like avoidance. It feels like preparation. It feels responsible, like you're being smart about it. That feeling, that sense that you're almost ready, that's what this video is about. There's a pattern that almost every person who struggles to begin will recognize. You don't avoid things directly. You go around it. You prepare for it instead. You research it, organize it, think about it, plan it, and all of that activity creates a feeling in your body that is almost identical to actually doing the work. Your brain registers it as progress, so the urgency fades, the pressure drops, and you stay exactly where you were, but now you feel okay about it. See, this isn't laziness. Laziness is when you don't care. This is the opposite. You care deeply about it. Let's understand the concept behind it. Your brain has two main responses when it faces something uncertain or difficult. One is to engage with it directly. The other is to do something adjacent to it, something that feels related but carries far less risk. Psychologists call this substitution. Substitution means your mind replaces the hard thing with something easier, but something that still feels connected enough that you don't notice the swap. So instead of writing, you organize your desk. Instead of starting the business, you research the market again and again. Instead of having a hard conversation, you think and imagine about how you'll have it. The substitute task gives you the feeling of movement without the exposure of actually moving. And the reason your brain prefers this, the reason it keeps doing it, is because beginning anything real means putting something on the line. It means the outcome is now real, which means failure is now real. But preparation keeps you in a space where nothing can go wrong yet because nothing has actually started. In the last video, we talked about how the mind uses tomorrow as a holding space, a place to park things that feel too big for right now. Preparation is that same mechanism, just wearing a different coat. Tomorrow says, I'll do it later. Preparation says, I'm already doing it. Both of them keep you exactly where you are. Both of them feel completely justified from the inside. The reason these two patterns live so close together is because they're protecting the same thing. They're both ways of keeping the real moment at a safe distance, not out of weakness, but because beginning something real is genuinely uncomfortable, and your brain is very, very good at finding comfortable alternatives. There's a simpler way to give you more clarity about this. Think of preparation and beginning as two completely separate rooms. Preparation is the room where you get ready. Beginning is the room where the thing actually happens. Most people stay in the first room for a long time. They make it comfortable. They add more things to it. And they tell themselves they'll move to the second room once everything in the first room is sorted. But the first room never gets fully sorted because that's not actually what the first room is for. The first room exists to protect you from the uncertainty of the second room. And the more time you spend in it, the more familiar it feels, and the more the second room starts to feel like a stranger. Here's what you need to understand about the second room. You don't enter it when you're ready. You enter it and then you become ready. Readiness isn't something that happens before beginning. It's something that happens because of beginning. Every person who has ever built something real went into that second room before they felt prepared. That's not an exception. That's how it works. So what does this actually look like in practice? Let me give you one real and concrete thing you can notice today. The next time you feel yourself moving toward a preparation task, doing more research, reorganizing your notes, reading one more article, Pause for just a moment and ask yourself one question. Is this getting me closer to the moment of beginning, or is this replacing it? Not all preparation is avoidance. Some of it is genuinely necessary, but you already know the difference if you're honest with yourself. The preparation that's avoidance has a certain feeling to it, a kind of quiet relief, a sense that you got something done without having to risk anything. That feeling is the signal. So when you notice it, you don't have to do anything dramatic. You don't have to throw your notes away or start immediately. You just have to name it honestly. That's it. Because the moment you can see it clearly, it loses some of its power over you. You've probably been sitting in that first room for longer than you want to admit. That's not a criticism. It means you care about what you're trying to build. It means the thing matters to you. People don't over-prepare for things they don't care about. But you do because you care. And you don't need more information. You don't need a better system. You need one small, uncomfortable step that puts you actually inside the work, not adjacent to it. What is the smallest version of beginning that you could do today? Not the full thing, just the first real moment of it. The one that can't be mistaken for preparation. You have to do that thing. There's a resource in the description that might help you identify exactly where the line is for you. And if the last video on why your tomorrow never comes felt familiar, it's worth going back to that one too, because the two ideas work together. See you in the next one.